Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Fav Football, your weekly dose of drama, chaos, and a bit of beauty from the world of football. This week, oh man, we've got everything. Antony suddenly remembers how to play football and saves Betis with a brace. Manchester United are actually winning again under Rúben Amorim and Ange Postecoglou yet. The same guy who was supposed to bring rock and roll football gets fired after just 39 days. Yeah, let's talk about it all. This is one of those weeks that reminds you why we love football. Let's start in Spain with the comeback of the week. October 18th, Estadio de la Ciudad, Villarreal vs Real Betis, round 9 of La Liga. Villarreal looked like they were cruising. 2 goals up, total control, fans already celebrating. And then boom! Enter Antony, the same Antony who left Manchester United under pressure. Called a flop, a waste of money, a circus act with no end product, that Antony suddenly decides to cook. First goal clean finish, no hesitation. And then, when Villarreal thought they could just see it out, Antony scores again. 2-2. Game over. Betis walk away with a point that felt like a win. You could see it in his celebration. The emotion, the relief, like a guy who's been through hell and finally breathes again. And honestly, it's kind of poetic that he's showing signs of life just as United are starting to wake up too. Football's funny that way sometimes. Alright, let's cross over to England because finally, I can say this, Manchester United look alive again. Under Rúben Amorim, things are starting to click. Yeah, it's still early, but you can feel the difference, the energy, the structure, even the body language. Let's rewind the past few weeks. They got smashed by Brentford 3-1. Total disaster. The same old story. Everyone thought, here we go again, but then something changed. A comfortable 2-0 win over Sunderland, solid, disciplined, clean sheet. And then, the big one, Liverpool 1-2 Manchester United. That's the kind of game that shifts the mood completely. The pressing looked organised, Bruno Fernandes actually smiled, the players cared. Amorim's fingerprints are already visible, fast transitions, smart positioning, less chaos, and look, it's not like everything's suddenly perfect. The defense still panics sometimes, the attack still wastes chances. But compared to the broken version of United we saw last season, this looks like a team that's finally buying into an idea. Before the Brighton game, fans are cautiously optimistic, and that's progress. Because for once, it feels like United are not just surviving, but building something again. And now, let's talk about the biggest shock of the week, the Ange Postecoglou story. The man lasted 39 days at Nottingham Forest. 39 days. He took charge on August 9th and by mid-September gone. That's one of the shortest managerial reigns in Premier League history. To put that in perspective, Sam Allardyce lasted 30 days at Leeds. Ange 39. Les Reed 40. That's the level we're talking about. So what happened? In short, results, or rather, the lack of them. Forest got battered 3-0 by Chelsea in the 8th round, and that was the final straw. The team sits 18th, no clear system, no spark, no confidence. And it's crazy because when Postecoglou joined, fans were excited, we're gonna play attacking football. High press, brave ideas. But the Premier League doesn't care about dreams. You don't get time for experiments when you're fighting relegation, and just like that, 39 days later, the project is over. Honestly, it's sad, but it's also football. In this business, you can go from visionary to unemployed in a single match week. What's wild is how all these stories kind of connect. Antony, the guy everyone wrote off, finds redemption. United, a team that looked hopeless, finally looks alive again. And Postecoglou, hailed as a modern genius, gets humbled in record time. It's the perfect reminder that football isn't about instant judgment. It's about form, momentum, confidence, the little waves that change everything from week to week. Today's villain can be tomorrow's hero. And that's exactly why we can't stop watching. So yeah, what a week, huh? Antony's back, Amorim's got United believing again, and Postecoglou's already packing his bags. But what do you think? Was Antony's performance just luck, or is he actually finding himself again? Is Amorim the real deal for United, or just another honeymoon phase? And did Nottingham Forest pull the trigger too fast? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. Hit the like button. If you enjoyed the breakdown, subscribe to Fav Football, and I'll see you next week for another crazy round of stories, because football never sleeps and neither do we.